sir. So now we are in charging section. So what is the charging section number, ma? Section 4. So I think some of the definitions of the charging section we know already. So just we can recap it. Okay. Yes, ma. What is the charging section number, ma? Section 4. So what is the charging section says, ma? Every person. Can you tell me person definition defined in which section? Section 2, subsection 31. Person includes, can you repeat, ma? Individual, HUF, partnership firm, LLP, company, AOP, BOI, local authority, cooperative society, AJP. So this is an inclusive definition. That means all are covered in this person definition. So now we have to check every person whose total income. How to calculate the total income? Aggregation of how many heads of income? 5 heads of income. What is the first head, ma? What is the first head? Income from salary. Second head, income from house property. Third, income from business or profession. Next one, capital gain. Next one, income from other sources. If you added these 5 heads of income, you will get gross total income. From that gross total income, if you reduce chapter 6A deduction, you will get total income, net income. So, or we can call it as a taxable income. On this amount only we are going to pay the tax. So next, sir, every person whose total income of which year we have to check, ma? Previous year. In Income Tax Act, always we have an calendar years or financial years, ma? Financial years only we have. So financial year means it will start from 1st April, ended with 31st March. Okay. Now we started the one discussion, that is an general rule or golden rule. For our December examinations, can you tell me what is the previous year, ma? 2024-25. What is that assessment year, ma? 25-26. What is the Finance Act? Now we are reading, ma, Finance Act 2024. So can you define the previous year, ma? Previous year means it is a financial year in which you are earning the income. So now assessment year meaning, ma, it is a financial year in which you are paying the tax. Sir, whatever that income you earned in that previous year, on that we are going to pay the tax in which year, ma? Assessment year. Sir, in this year payment of tax is extremely difficult, sir. Payment of tax extremely difficult. What is the reason? Sir, how we can pay the tax at the end of the last year? Sorry, last day of the previous year, how we can pay, sir, within the short time? So books of accounts will finalize it within the next 1 or 2 months only. So that's why always we can pay the tax in which year, ma? Immediately next financial year. That is only called as assessment year. Okay. Shall we continue the few things, ma? Okay. In this general rule or golden rule, now I want to define the, yes, ma, some definitions. Shall we write it down? Yeah. First definition, I want to write it down about the previous year. Please write it down, ma. So previous year definition is given in which section, ma? Any idea? Section 3. Super. Section 3 of Income Tax Act 1961. Now talking about the which year definition, ma? Previous year definition. Shall we write it down? Okay. First, the previous year means the financial year Accounting year or financial year ma? Financial year in which yes, in which you earn the income. You earn the income. Yes, is called as what ma? Previous year. PY means what ma? Previous year. We can follow the shortcuts. Here, what is that keyword you have to underline ma? Earn the income and financial year are keywords. You can write along with me ma. All of you clear? Next. Present previous year for our examination. Present PY means what ma? Previous year is any idea? 24, 25. 2024-25 ma, previous year 24-25 always how many months it having ma? 12 months. So that's why within bracket always how many months ma? 12 months. Sir, if any person asking the previous year means yes sir, earning the income year, and how many months ma? Always 12 months. No. So, but here I want to say some exceptions to this. So, not yes sir, always not having the 12 months, some cases it having the less than 12 months also. Yes, just I will tell you. Yes, just I will tell you what are the exceptions ma. Give me 1 minute time, then after you can copy ma. Just you can stop the copying process here itself. Please listen. Some okay. In my case, I got job in August month ma. My income earning is started from which month? August. Now for me previous year also will start from August to March 31st. Because in April month empty only, in May empty, June empty, July also empty only. I don't have any income. I'm starting earnings from which month ma? August. So that's why for me previous year also will start from August. Okay, generally, sir, 5 years back I haven't job, sir. Now what is the previous year? 12 months. If you started the new job or new source of income in between the previous year on the occasion, our previous year always less than how many months ma? 12 months. Yes. Now I will write it down. Yes. You can write after some time ma. New source of income. What is it? New source of income. Started from, just example now I am taking ma. Started from random date I am taking here. Yes. 1/8/2024. Sir, generally, yes sir, previous year means here how many months ma? Yes, 1/4/2024 to 31st March 2025. That means how many months ma? 12 months. But I don't have any income from this date. But I have an income from which date ma? 1/8/2024. Now in this case, yes, can you tell me what is that previous year ma? Previous year is started from the 1/8/2024 to 31st March 2000 31st March 2025. Are you clear? This is an exception to that above rule or not ma? But above rule says that always how many months ma? 12 months. But now what is the rule says? In this case we have a previous year less than 12 months. Here new source of income means what ma? Example, I am earning the salary income. Next, another point of view. New business or profession. Can you tell me, if you have any investment, you can start the business. There is no skill and knowledge as well as a qualification is required for starting of business. Anyone can do business. But can you tell me what is that requirements for starting the profession? Skill and qualification is required. Now, new business or profession started from Yes, any random date you can tell me, ma, now I will take that date. Any date. Yes, example, 1st September 2024, I'm started my business. Oh, my business or profession, what is that previous year, ma? Yes, sir. Because if you want to take from this date, you don't have any business or profession. But you have a business or profession from which date, ma? 1/9/2024. That's why 1/9/2024 to 31st March 2025. So these two you can get it as an MCQ, sir. These are the example dates or fixed dates, ma. Example dates I am taken. Sir, December 12th onwards, I have a job, sir. Now previous year will start from which date, ma? December 12th. I'm doing my, sorry, I'm starting my business or profession on November 11th, ma. Now previous year will start from November 11th. Please copy these exceptions, ma. Previous year definition given in which section? Section 3. All of you, please copy this, sir. సో మీ అందరి కోసం భాను సార్ తిరుపతి వెళ్ళారు. భాను సార్ సో అందుకే సార్ క్లాస్ లేదు. ఎస్ మా, క్లియర్. Now I want to define the assessment year also. Person definition section number 2 subsection 31. Previous year definition section 3. Charging section definition, sorry, charging section number section 4. Now shall we write assessment year, ma? All of you copied, amma? Okay, B. Assessment year section 2 subsection 9, ma, in process, if you read this content along with the section numbers, automatically you can remember. So many students are asking that, sir, how to remember the section numbers, sir? It is extreme difficult to remember all sections. They are saying like that. How you remember 26 alphabets, sir? By heading or not? You learn all alphabets with the conceptual knowledge, simply multiple times they repeated, and you also by headed from childhood, automatically it registered in our mind. So if I am asking the what is the 24th alphabet, definitely you can think, because okay, in flow you can calculate like this. All in this case also we have to read multiple times, automatically you can remember the section numbers. There is no shortcut in these. There is no hard and fast rules regarding how to remember the section numbers. Continuously if you are reading the section numbers with the revisions, then automatically you can register this all the things into your mind. So but we don't want to discuss all section numbers, but whatever the sections are important, for that we have to remember the section numbers also. Okay, now assessment year definition, ma, anyone having idea? Yes, I will start the assessment year definition. Assessment year means, first of all, it is a financial year or calendar year? Super. It is in which year, ma? Financial year. Okay, the financial year in which what will happen? In which? Yes, ma'am. In which you need to pay. You pay the tax. Need to pay, not. Okay. You pay the tax is called as. You pay the tax is called as what, ma? Is called as assessment year. Is called as which year, ma? Assessment year. Now, what is that present assessment year for our examinations, ma? The present assessment year, yes, is 2025-26. So it is an also always how many months, ma? 12 months. Sir, income earning year may be changed to less than 12 months, ma, but you are required to pay the tax. The year is called as assessment year. There is no exceptions for this year. Always it having how many months, ma? 12 months only. Clear? I think now you are getting some clarity about income tax somehow. Just few things you know already. Shall we start again, ma? Every person whose income or total income of which year? Previous year. Now shall we go with the charging section again? Copied? Okay. Okay. Every person, now you know about person definition, total income definition, previous year definition, finance act definition, assessment year definition also you know. Now, every person whose total income of previous year, what, ma? Exceeds. Yes, read line, ma. Exceeds maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Now I will tell you. Okay, 0 is an minimum amount. Okay, now we are fixing the one maximum amount. Below this, if you are earning any income that is not chargeable to tax, means what, ma? Example, every person total income of the previous year, please check. Suppose you have how much amount of total income of the previous year, ma? 10 lakh. Suppose Mr. A is having the total income of the previous year, how much, ma? 10 lakh. Now we have to compare that with the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. So this is a maximum amount, 0 to example 3 lakhs. Okay, in act they will say, ma, what is that maximum amount not chargeable to tax? How much amount? 3 lakhs. So up to 3 lakhs if you have an income, that is taxable or not taxable, ma? Not taxable. This is a maximum amount not chargeable to what, ma? Tax. In other words, we can call it as a basic exemption limit. Repeat along with me. Basic exemption limit. Means basically this amount is what, ma? Exempt. Over and above if you earn, that is what, ma? Taxable. Sir, just I have an 1 lakh salary income over the year. Entire 12 months, if I am aggregating the salary, how much, ma? 1 lakh. So after removing the deductions, exactly it is an 80,000. Do I need to pay the tax? No, because that is a miscellaneous amount, less than the how much amount, ma? Basic exemption limit, not 3 lakh. Less than the basic exemption limit. That's why no need to pay the tax. Now, can you tell me, in our example, Mr. A having the total income of the previous year exceeds the basic exemption limit or not exceeds, ma? Exceeds. Now, this fellow required to pay the tax or not? Yes. Suppose in this case, yes, ma? Suppose in this case, please take 1 lakh only the total income, ma. Whether the total income of the previous year exceeds or not exceeds, ma? Not exceeds. So that's why Mr. A not required to pay tax. Now, again I am repeating, ma. In act, they are given the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. So below this maximum amount, if you earn the income, that means what, ma? Total income, no need to pay any tax. If you earn the more than maximum amount not chargeable to tax, then you are required to pay tax. Now, suppose example, again I am taking the same example, ma. Mr. A, how much total income for the previous year? 10 lakh. For him, maximum amount, just I am saying how much amount, ma? 3 lakh. Now, total income of the previous year exceeds the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Now, Mr. A required to pay the tax or not required to pay the tax? Required to pay the tax. Now, up to now, we are calling Mr. A as an what, ma? Just a person, because he is an individual, falls in the person definition. Whenever he required to pay the tax, now the person can be called as whom? SSC. So previously in last session we discussed, in our class we have 15 individuals example. These 15 individuals are called as what, ma? First of all, persons only. Why? Individuals falls in the person definition. But out of these 15, I only required to pay the tax. That's why I am only called as whom? SSC. But always you are all are what, ma? Persons only, because you have some income, but it does not exceed the what, ma? Basic exemption limit or maximum amount not chargeable to tax. All are persons only. Out of persons, some only can be called as whom? SSC. SSC means definitely he required to pay the tax. Are you clear? Again I am repeating, ma. So in our class, definitely we are all are individuals, all are whom, ma? Persons only. But in our classroom, whose total income of the previous year exceeds the maximum amount not chargeable to tax, or we can call it as an basic exemption limit, my income only. That's why I required to pay the tax. Now I can be upgraded from the person to whom? SSC. Now I am a first person only, but when I am required to pay the tax, now my status will become as an whom? SSC. Now remember, whenever you are called as an SSC, you are required to pay the chargeable to income tax. Means what, ma? You are required to pay the tax at the rate specified in Finance Act relevant to the assessment year. What is that assessment year, ma? 25, 26. What is the relevant Finance Act, ma? Finance Act 2024. Whatever the rates given in this Finance Act, by applying the rates, we are required to pay the tax. This rates needs to be applied on, yes, ma? This rates needs to be applied on which income, ma? Total income, taxable income, or net income. So now this definition is very easy, ra? Shall we repeat the definition, ma? Yes. So without seeing this, we can try, ra? Every person whose total income of which year, ma? Previous year, if that exceeds the maximum amount not chargeable to tax, that is only what, ma? Basic exemption limit. Now that person can be called as SSC. Then he required to pay the tax at the rates specified in Finance Act relevant to the assessment year. Again I am repeating, ra? Every person whose total income of which year, ma? Previous year. If the total income exceeds what, ma? Basic exemption limit, he is called as an SSC. He required to pay the income tax. Can you tell me entire income needs to be paid as an income tax? No. At the rates. That rate specified where, ma? In Finance Act. That relevant to the assessment year. Are you clear? No. Our discussion is, what is that maximum amount not chargeable to tax for every person? Okay. Now I want to start the, what is that maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Shall we write, ma? So I think we completed the third point also. Now fourth point you can write. What is that heading, ma? Maximum amount not chargeable to tax. This is a called as what ma? Basic exemption limit. Basic exemption limit. Are you clear? Yes ma. So now in person definition we have an individual. Please repeat along with me ma. Individual, HUF, yes ma, partnership firm, LLP, company, AOP, BOI, cooperative society, local authority, AJP. Now these are all our persons. When they will become as an SSISMA, if their total income of previous year exceeds basic exemption limit. Now for each and every person will discuss the basic exemption limit. Shall we start ma? Yes. Okay. Now first in person definition, who are they ma? Individual. Now in direct taxation, age factor we can consider or we can ignore ma? We can consider. Yes ma. In basics itself, I think in taxation introduction itself I said one point ma. Always in direct taxation, age factor can be considered. Based on age, we can give some privileges also to the individuals. Now here first of all, who is a person ma? Individual. Now individual first. Yes ma? Individual, if he is a non-resident ma. Yes, what do you mean by the non-resident ma? If he is situated more number of days in a foreign countries, he can be called as a non-resident. Okay, but in second chapter I will tell you what do you mean by the resident, non-resident in detailed manner. If he is situated in outside India for more number of days, can that person can be called as non-resident. Now if an individual is a non-resident, or if an individual, yes ma, if that individual is a resident having less than how many years ma? 60 years. Normal person. Who is that ma? Normal person. Please give that some time for writing ma. I will tell you. So don't think about it. I will tell you and I will give you time also. Please listen carefully. Individual, non-resident, and individual resident and having that how many years ma? 60 less. Less than 60 years. Now, no. I want to cover the individual. Individual is a resident, already resident who covered my above case, less than 60. Now more than or equal to 60 or less than how many years ma? 80 years. This fellow can be called as an, I think you know what is that ma? Senior citizen. In basics itself I said 60 years or more, but less than how many ma? 80. Exactly, I haven't 60 years of age ma. Now I am a senior citizen only. 60 also can be senior citizen. Now again I am saying ma, individual, pura individual, resident, already resident less than 60 covered, more than or equal to 60 less than 80 also covered. Who left ma? More than or equal to 80. This fellow can be called as an, yes ma, super or very senior citizen. Who is that ma? Super or very senior citizen. Now in person definition, just as of now, individual covered. So non-resident ma, we don't want to check the age. Just non-resident always here only. Resident only classified into 3 categories. Less than 60, more than or equal to 60, more than or equal to 80. 10. Individual over. The remaining ma HUF. Now I am writing the HUF here. Please check it out ma. HUF. Next one ma. In person definition you can open and tell me up to now we covered all categories of individual based on age. HUF covered. Next one ma partnership LLP. Okay, now I am written the partnership of LLP as an separate. Okay, partnership from LLP. Next one ma. Please check definition and tell me. Next company. Next one ma. AOP BOI. Please check it out where I am written also. AOP BOI. Next one ma. Local authority. Next one ma. Yes, next local authority cooperative society. Next one ma. AJP. So where I am written all the things, please check it out. So first category I written the AJP. Are you clear up to now? No. Now please check ma. First category who are covered ma? Non-resident individual, resident individual having less than 60 years, AOP, BOI, HUF, AJP. Next category ma individual, resident more than or equal to 60, less than 80. Next one ma individual, resident more than or equal to 80. Next category partnership firm, LLP, company, cooperative society, local authority. Now for each and every bunch, what is that basic exemption limit we'll discuss ma. Remember. So just I am given the much depth points for you. Okay. Oh, first category. You okay. Rupees, how much basic exemption limit ma? 3 lakhs. How much ma? 3 lakhs. Again I am saying how much ma? 3 lakhs. Or rupees 2,50,000. Sir, in which case which one? I will tell you separately in the future. Okay. Just I will write it down. Yes ma. 3 lakhs under section 115 BAC section. Okay. In optional, what is that ma? 2,50,000. Optional regime. Optional tax regime. So don't think about it. Just remember. Okay, 3 lakhs is there, but 2,50,000 also there. Just remember. Next one ma. For these fellows, yes ma, who ma? More than or equal to how many ma? 3 lakhs or 3 lakhs. Yes ma. Under section 115 BAC, how much ma? 3 lakhs only. But under optional also, what is that ma? 3 lakhs. Under optional tax regime also, how much ma? 3 lakh. Next, any idea? So optional tax regime, I mean default tax regime or 115 BAC, just remember, I don't want to give you much depth now itself. Next, here rupees 5 lakh. What is a basic exemption limit under both the regimes? Are you clear? No. Here nil. Basic exemption limit is what ma? Nil. That means even they are earning the miscellaneous amount also, they are required to pay the tax. Basic exemption limit is available for the first 3 bunches only. Yes, ma. Under section 115 BAC, for all, how much amount of basic exemption limit, ma? 3 lakhs. That's why in above example also, I written the how much amount, ma? 3 lakhs. What is the reason why I am writing the 3 lakh? Because basic exemption limit under section 115 BAC. What is that 115 BAC? I will tell you all the things. Just remember 3 lakhs. Next, yes ma, optional tax regime. What is that ma? First 2,50,000. Next how much ma? 3 lakh. Next how much? 5 lakh. Next how much ma? 5 lakh. Clear? Please copy these things first. Clearly you have to copy. Yes ma. In person definition, only who having that natural characteristics ma? Individual. They have only age factor, so that's why this person only categorized as per the age. The remaining all are normal only. Please check it out. Yes, here individual non-resident, individual resident covered here, individual resident, based on age we classified the individual, remaining all are normally we classified. Please write it down. Don't think about what is this 115 BAC, sir. I want to know. Yes, you can. But in this chapter only I will tell you. But wait for some time. But what is the basic exemption limit for every person under section 115 BAC? 3 lakh. That means individual also, HUF also, AOP also, BOI also, AJP also 3 lakh only. But company, partnership firm, LLP, local authority, cooperative society, what is the basic exemption limit? Nil. What is that? Nil. Clear? Yes, ma. వచ్చే వరకు వెయిట్ చేస్తానండి. నోట్స్ నీట్గా రాయండి. So please write it down, all the notes in good handwriting only. While you are revising day before examinations or revision time also, these notes will helpful for you only. So please write all the points as it is. Yes, sir. Yes, ma. Copied. Yes, ma'am. Last one also you can write it down. Firm, LLP, company, local authority, cooperative society. If it is written, please let me know. Then we can proceed with the one by one, ma'am. Every person whose total income of which year, ma, previous year exceeds maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Now that person will become as an SSC. Now we have to write the definition of SSC. Simple. Who is required to pay the tax? That person only called as SSC. Who required to pay the tax? That person only, now we can call it as an SSC. Yes, fifth point, ma. Now we can write it down the definition relating to SSC. Yes, shall we write, ma? The person, first of all, he is a person under section 2 subsection 31. Yes, ma'am. The person who requires to pay tax under which act, ma? Income Tax Act. Who required to pay the tax under Income Tax Act 1961 is called as SSC. Is called as an SSC. Sir, if I become as an SSC, definitely I should become what, ma? Person. So first you will be fall under which definition, ma? Person definition. If your total income of the previous year exceeds the basic exemption limit, now you can upgrade it to the SSC. So that's why I can frame one sentence, ma. Whether the sentence is correct or incorrect, you have to tell. All SSCs are persons only, but persons, all SSCs are persons, but all persons may not be an SSC. Sorry, clear? Because if you are become as an SSC, you must be an person, but all persons may not be an SSCs. Clear? Sir, just I am fall in a person definition, sir. But my basic exemption limit is 3 lakh, but I have an only 2 lakh total income. Now I may not become as an whom SSC. So this point is just general knowledge only, that will not tested in that exam, but you have to remember. Okay. Just some example I will tell you. Okay, just one example I will tell you. Mr. X, yes ma, 25 years of age. Yes ma, he is a resident. Now under section 115 BAC, what is the basic exemption limit for him, ma? Huh? Basic exemption limit is how much, ma? 3 lakh. Okay. Basic exemption limit is nothing but 3 lakh. But he having the total income Yes, I am only saying ma, he having the total income. Yes, that is an 1,85,000 only. Now, can you tell me whether he is a person or not, ma? Yes, because he is an individual, Mister. That's why he is a person only, but he is not a SSC. So he is a person, but not an SSC. Why we are not calling this fellow as an SSC? Because his total income does not exceed basic exemption limit. So this is an example one. Shall we take one more example and last example for this? Okay. Mr. Y is having the 70 years ma. How many years ma? 70 years. And he is an resident. He is following the optional tax regime. Now what is the basic exemption limit akka? Akka, basic exemption limit 3 lakh. He is following the 70 years means he falls in this category. Now under optional tax regime also what is the basic exemption limit ma? 3 lakh. Now what is that basic exemption limit? 3 lakh. Now I want to give his total income as an, yes ma, I want to give his total income as an, yes, 4,50,000. Can you tell me first of all whether he is a person or not? Yes, he is an individual person and his total income is more than basic exemption limit. Now he is an SSC also. Yes ma. If you are becoming as an SSC, you must be a person only. All SSCs are person. But all persons may not become as an whom? SSCs. Are you clear? Yes, please copy. Writing and copying. Writing and copying. These things only you have to do. Yes. Copy da. Yes. Done my example also. If it is done, then we can start the next one. Yes, clear. Now, yes. Then we written the definition of SSC also. If you become as an SSC, you have to pay the tax by using the some rates specified in which act ma? Finance Act relevant to the assessment year. Now we want to know the rates. This is only our remaining chapter. Important, important, important. Not only for exam. In your articleship also, in your final level also, in your job area also, you have to remember these tax rates. Sir, every year this tax rates will change or forever it will be same? It will change because every year we have an which act ma? Finance Act. In that they will give the modifications to these rates. But in Finance Act 2024, which is applicable for our December attempt, we'll discuss. Now, what is that point, ma? Now we are going to discuss the sixth point. What is that, ma? Tax rates. Shall we write? Okay, I will change these two colors. Which color you want? One is in pink. Green. That's enough. What is that next one? Sixth one. Tax rates. Okay, just listen, ma. Now you are earning the some income. That income more than how much amount ma basic exemption limit. Now you are required to pay the tax. That's why I'm calling that as an tax liability. You have an liability to pay what ma? Tax. So what is a tax liability? Sir, all the persons are remembering, I think few years back, I think 2020, on the time I'm saying the tax sessions, one student asking the same thing. Sir, I thought tax means nothing, but here we have an multiple tax rates. We have to buy at the tax rate. Directly we can apply the tax rates on what ma? Total income. Simply they are assuming, public will assume the same thing. We have a total income. On the total income, just we have to apply the what ma? Tax rate. Then we can get the tax liability. So all persons are thinking in the same way. If that is our act, yes sir, definitely the CMAs will not do the specific works of what ma? Income tax works. Definitely the some calculations will involve in the computation of tax liability. We need to know about the each and every calculations. Then only you can give the suggestions to the others. So general public notion is nothing but we have a total income. On that we need to apply the 1%. Example, we have a 10 lakh total income. On the 10 lakh, 30% if you are applied the 3 lakh is a tax liability. They are thinking like that only. That is not at all correct. Now we have to know about how to calculate the tax liability by using the tax rates. Shall we start, ma? Okay. At the time of computation of tax liability, we have to compute the three components. If you added these three components all together, then you will get what ma? Tax liability. First step I am introducing. You have to compute how many components? 3. If you added these 3 components, you will get tax liability. First component, I will say it is an income tax liability. What is that? Income tax liability. Second one, ma? Surcharge. Third one, health and education cess. Health and education cess. If you compute these 3 components and if you added these 3 components, then you will get the what? Tax liability. Now, sir, how to calculate this income tax liability? How to calculate this income tax liability? Shall we start, ma? Okay. For this calculation of income tax liability, okay, we have two types of incomes, ma. Example, salary income I have. Second one I have a lottery income. Two incomes I have, ma. First one is an salary income, that is hard earned money only. Second one, lottery, without any hard work, just with the luck only I earn that money. Now I want to know, please let me know, salary means it is falls under which head, ma? Income from salaries. Lottery amount will falls under which head, ma? Income from other sources. income from other sources. Now I want to know one thing. Can I give the same tax treatment for these two incomes? Sir, this is a hard earning money, so that's why you have to give the less tax treatment. This is without any effort I am getting this money, easy money simply. So that's why you can levy the more and more tax on, so that on. You can levy the more and more tax on which incomes ma? Lottery incomes. That's why I am classifying your incomes into two incomes ma. First one is an normal incomes. Yes ma. Some special incomes. Special incomes, some examples I will tell you. As of now you can remember lottery incomes, bettings incomes, etc. Now for normal incomes, for normal incomes you can follow two types of tax rates ma. One is an old regime. One is in which regime ma? Old regime you can follow. If you don't want to follow the old regime, you can follow the which regime ma? New regime also. Whatever the regime you can follow. For which incomes? Normal incomes like business income, house property income, salary income. These are all our normal income. Simply special incomes I will tell you after few days ma. Other than the special incomes, all are which incomes ma? Normal income. Sir, what about the special incomes, sir? On the special incomes, you have to apply the which tax rates ma? Special tax rates. What are the tax rates? Special tax rates. Okay. Now, again I am asking ma, for calculation of the income tax liability, we have to classify that incomes into two. What are the normal incomes? What are the special incomes? For normal incomes, we can use the rates, old regime rates also or new regime rates also. But special incomes always taxable by using the what ma? Special tax rates. Anyhow, you can get which tax liability ma? Income tax liability. Now. Income tax or direct tax is in progressive nature or regressive? Progressive or regressive? That means if you are earning the more and more income, we want to levy the more and more tax. Here there is a clear differentiation between the rich and poor. It is an progressive nature based tax. Again I am repeating that words to you. Listen carefully. So direct tax is in which nature ma? Progressive. Progressive nature means, can you tell me ma? Here clear differentiation we have between rich and poor. Rich and poor. So coming to indirect taxes, it is an regressive based. Yes ma, regressive nature. So here there is no difference between, yes ma, there is no difference between rich and poor. Now, in our example, sir, if you are in rich, I want to collect the one more type of tax from you, that is an surcharge. Sir, I am a poor person. This tax liability is enough. If you are in rich person, then I want to collect the one more thing from you in the form of what ma? Surcharge. Sir, it is a charge. It is a surcharge. Extra charge we are levying here. Are you clear? This isn't just one charge. Surcharge means what ma? So for rich peoples only we can collect. In which cases you are in rich also I will tell you. Now, but if hereafter, if you are hearing the word of surcharge, you have to remember the one thing ma. Yes, please read this. Tax on. Sir, this is an always computing on which income. Okay, normal income, these rates you can apply. For special incomes, you can apply these rates. But surcharge is calculated on what ma? Tax. Example, you calculated the Yes, ma. Income tax liability, that is in 10 lakh you got. I am not talking about the income. After applying these tax rates, you got income tax liability. How much, ma? How much? On the 10 lakhs, you have to collect the one more type of tax, that is only surcharge. It is not calculated on income, ma. It is calculated on which, ma? Tax. Whatever that income tax liability is there, on that income tax liability, we want to collect the one tax, that is only called as what, ma? Surcharge. Clear, ma, all of you? Now, sir, income tax liability we are collected, sir. Okay, if you are rich, again one more type of tax we are collected, that is surcharge. Okay, these two are enough only. But in India, two sectors needs to be developed a lot. What are the two, ma? Health, education. So that's why, okay, you are already paying tax, na? Some more percentage, please pay. That we will utilize only for the two sectors. What are that, ma? Health, education. So that's why they are calling it as a not health and education tax. They are calling it as an cess. Just additional amount, please pay. Sir, it is a mandatory or optional? Mandatory. Okay, example, how much amount of income tax liability we got, ma? 10 lakh. On that, just 10% of this 10 lakh, how much, ma? Please calculate. 1 lakh. So what is that income tax liability? 10 lakh. What is that surcharge you got? 10 lakh and 1 lakh. These two things, please add, ma, how much? 11 lakh. So how they are cruel, just remember. First, we are expecting total income into 1%. But they are saying normal incomes you have to apply both the any one of the resume, and special incomes you have to apply which tax rates, ma? Special tax rates. And if you are a rich person, on this income tax, please pay the certain percentage of surcharge. I will tell you future. What is the surcharge rates also I will tell you. Just example here I am taken the what, ma? 10% of 10 lakh. How much? 1. So both the things all together, how much, ma? 11 lakh. Now, sir, how to calculate this health and education, says, ma? Simply, it is a fixed percentage. How much, ma? It will not change. Always how much, ma? 4%. On which amount we can collect? 11 lakh. How you know? Remember, here all the things all together we can collect. That means, can you tell me 10 lakh income tax liability? Surcharge how much, ma? 1 lakh. That means how much, ma? 11 lakh. On this 11 lakh, please calculate 4% and tell me, ma. 44,000. Now, if any person asking the tax liability, you have to say 10 lakhs plus 1 lakh plus 44,000. How much amount, ma? 11 lakh? 11 lakh 44,000 you have to pay. Are you understood, ma? Again I am repeating, ra. If you understood these only, then you can remember these are all for long time. So tax liability means how many components we have to aggregate, ma? First one, income tax liability. Second one, surcharge. Next one, health and education cess. While calculating income tax liability, you have to classify that incomes into two types. One is a normal income, another one is a special income. For special incomes, what tax rates we have to apply? Special tax rate, which is slightly more only. But normal incomes you can follow the both old regime or new regime also. Then you got how much amount, ma? By way of computing both 10 lakh tax liability you got. What is the tax liability? Income tax. On this income tax liability, if you are rich, on that income tax liability we have to pay the what, ma? Surcharge. both the amounts all together you have to pay the 4% of what ma health and education cess. Income tax liability, surcharge, health and education cess all together what is the tax liability ma 11,44,000. Just example only. Now please copy these things. Yes sir, copied. What are the three components in calculation of tax liability ma? Income tax liability is surcharge, health and education cess. Copied. Done. Now, so in next class, okay. So this entire discussion and next this and this. How many days it will take? Nearly 5 classes we can take. Every tax rate you have to remember how to calculate the tax liability. Nearly we can solve 20 plus questions in this chapter. Okay. So now how I written these notes, you can also write in the same way. While I watching the total notes and all the things, okay, I have some guilt feeling also how you are written. I think this fellow maintain the rule. This no 3 are rules only. What about you, Ra? Can I purchase the notes for you? For you? If you want, I can. Ra. Oh, here itself, I think in office I have 5 or 6 notebooks. I can give it to you. In your final exam, you have to write in the rule pages only. if you are practicing here itself, definitely it can be habituated. Otherwise, in that exam time, you can, okay, already you have some tension. Additional tension can be added. First of all, just first time if you are writing an exam on rule paper, definitely it can be felt some new only. If you are practicing, keep on here itself, that will be definitely advantage. While we are maintaining the rule pages, I think these are the rule pages or not? Why we are maintaining? Because you are also needs to write in the same way. Clear? That akka also not maintaining that. Okay, next. Now, so please, anyone in the class, if you repeated the charging section, then I will give a break. Otherwise, I will continue for 1 hour also, because I have a class at 2:30, final class. Now I am very free. Anyone in the class, if you are saying charging section, close your books. Akka, please. Now, tell me charging section. Anyone in the class. Okay, if it is some wrong sentence formation or anything also, okay only. I will give some help also from my side. Give a try. Anyone? Not group. Anyone? You can try, tell me. Every person whose total income of previous year. Okay, now we are calculated the every person whose total income of the previous year. Then we have to compare this total income of previous year with the which amount? Minimum or maximum, akka? Maximum amount not chargeable to tax. That is only called as otherwise that is only we can call it as an basic exemption limit. Now you can read from starting onwards. Every person whose total income of previous year exceeds maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Now that person can become as an SSC. Now next. Next. Okay, that SSC required to pay the income tax at rates specified in Finance Act, relevant to which year? Assessment year. Now you can try in mic. Jatre. Now you can try. On the which press say, long press say. Then you can.
Person whose total income of previous year maximum
exceeds maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Otherwise, we can call it as an basic exemption limit. Is an
associate.
ఏదో ఒకసారి చూపించు మైక్ ఆన్ అయిందేమో ఆన్ అవ్వలా వదిలే ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడు సరే ఇప్పుడు
Person whose total income of previous year
exceeds maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Please ignore that word. Please replace with the basic exemption limit. Is an
associate
is chargeable to income tax at a rate specified in Finance Act, relevant to the assessment year. Now Udbo can try. No, you need to try. So okay, otherwise you can skip the total class. Reason, after your qualification, no one will give you the job. First thing, you have to search it, and you need to clear the stage fear and way of speaking, and definitely anyone can have the different fears. So here we have a limited number of student circle. You have to overcome it here onwards only. Okay, now please give it that. I think it will not working. I will change that. పెద్దగా మాట్లాడాలరా, నేను మాట్లాడితే ఎలా వస్తుంది? ఇది మాట్లాడడం ఊరికి నోట్లో మాట్లాడతారు. లాస్ట్ Udbhav is the last person to tell the charging section now.
Every person whose total income
Ah,
exceeds
of which year?
of previous year exceeds basic exemption limit
Ah,
is called as an SSC
next.
and need to pay income tax according to
Tax rates given in
Finanaceact
hmm,
of assessment year.
relevant to the assessment year.
Okay.
No. You can try, sir. Last you. Charging section number 4. Ah.
Every person
Ah. Whose total income of
every person whose total income of the relevant previous year its basic exemption limit is an SSC and need to pay tax specified in
tax rates as per tax rates specified in
the relevant
Finance Act relevant to the
assessment year.
assessment year. Super. Thank you. We can meet tomorrow. Same timings. If it is changed, I will intimate in the group. Okay. Before going to the sleep, at least please check the timetable once. Okay. We can post after 7 p.m. Before 9 p.m. only. Okay. Enjoy.